Did you know just half a teaspoon of baking soda at night could silently spike your blood pressure or support muscle recovery, depending on how you take it? Most seniors have no idea this common kitchen powder can either soothe digestion or quietly stress your heart and kidneys. But when used the right way, and only for the right person, it may help reduce inflammation, improve sleep, and even support circulation. In this video, I'll break down what really happens when you drink baking soda water at night for 2 weeks and the signs to watch for. Stick around. I'll also share a safer nightly drink I recommend most often to support leg health after 60. So, let's dive straight into it. You've probably heard someone mention that baking soda helps with acid reflux. You mix a little into water, sip it down before bed, and feel the relief in minutes. That's true. For some, baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is alkaline. It's great at neutralizing stomach acid fast. So if you're lying in bed with that burning feeling creeping up your throat, this little trick can actually help. But here's the part that most people never hear. Baking soda might calm reflux today, but it could also make it worse tomorrow. That's right. When your body notices acid being neutralized, it can overreact, producing even more acid later. This rebound effect can quietly make reflux more frequent, especially in seniors. And here's why that matters more than you think. Reflux isn't just annoying. For older adults, it messes with your sleep, which messes with your balance, your energy, your focus. One bad night turns into brain fog, fatigue, and even increased fall risk the next day. Not exactly harmless. So yes, baking soda can help, but it's not a fix. It's a band-aid. If you're using it more than twice a week, that's a red flag. Your digestion needs deeper support. And if you've been using it daily, you could be creating the very problem you're trying to solve. But what most people miss is that baking soda doesn't just stop at the stomach. It impacts the entire system. You see, sodium bicarbonate doesn't just change acid, it changes your blood chemistry. That's not always a bad thing. In fact, in one 2018 study, researchers found that a small daily dose of baking soda actually helped reduce inflammation in both mice and humans. It seemed to work by activating the vagus nerve and encouraging the body to shift into an anti-inflammatory mode, like a gentle reset on the immune system. For seniors dealing with chronic joint pain or fatigue, this might sound like a miracle. But here's the fine print. Those results came from precisely measured doses, monitored by doctors. They didn't just toss half a spoon into a glass at home. The effect was subtle and took time, and it came with close supervision. That's because baking soda contains a surprising amount of sodium, about 600 milligrams in every half teaspoon. That's more than many salty snacks. And if you're over 60, this becomes a real concern. As we age, our kidneys naturally slow down. They don't filter sodium and fluid as efficiently. So if you're already managing high blood pressure, heart issues, or fluid retention, adding even a little extra sodium at night could quietly strain your system. And here's the twist. You might not feel it at first. No dramatic symptoms, just a bit more bloating, maybe some ankle swelling, maybe waking up feeling a little heavier or more sluggish. It doesn't seem connected, but it is. Over time, that sodium builds up, adding pressure to your blood vessels, your heart, and your kidneys. So what starts as a small sip for indigestion might turn into bigger problems down the line. Now, here's where things get surprising again. Because in some circles, especially among athletes, baking soda is used for a completely different reason: to improve muscle recovery. Yes, really. It turns out that sodium bicarbonate can buffer lactic acid in the muscles. That's the stuff that makes your legs feel heavy or sore after exercise. By balancing muscle pH, baking soda may help reduce fatigue and improve endurance. Now, most studies were done on younger adults running sprints or lifting weights. But one small study in seniors showed mild improvements in leg strength and walking speed after taking baking soda regularly. Why does this matter? Because leg strength is everything after 60. It's tied directly to independence. Strong legs mean fewer falls, better circulation, and more energy. So if there's a way to naturally reduce soreness or boost recovery, even a little, that's worth paying attention to. But again, the sodium can't be ignored. For every potential benefit, there's a risk, especially if you're not carefully monitoring your blood pressure or kidney function. And the tricky part? You might not feel the damage happening. That's why I always say baking soda water might help some seniors, but not most. So here's the smarter approach. If you're trying to ease reflux or support muscle recovery, and you don't have any kidney or heart issues, you might try a small dose, 1/4 teaspoon in 6 to 8 ounces of water, no more than 2 or 3 nights a week. Sip it slowly and only after a light dinner. But if you take blood pressure medication, diuretics, or have any concerns with fluid retention, there are better, safer ways to support digestion and muscle health at night. And here's where the real shift happens. You see, digestion affects far more than just your stomach. When your gut isn't working well, when food sits too long or doesn't break down fully, it impacts your nutrient absorption. That means you miss out on critical minerals like magnesium and potassium, both of which are essential for muscle control, hydration, and balance. What's more, poor digestion can affect your nervous system. It can make you feel jittery, anxious, or lightheaded. All of this increases your risk of falls and weakens your resilience. And the myth that all acid is bad, that's just not true. Seniors often have too little stomach acid, not too much. So constantly neutralizing it can backfire, creating more gas, bloating, and nutrient loss. So instead of reaching for baking soda night after night, try this instead. Finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Sip on warm herbal tea, like chamomile or ginger. Do a few gentle breathing exercises to activate digestion. Even a short evening walk around the house can help food move better and reduce reflux naturally. But what if you want something to sip at bedtime? Something that actually helps muscles relax, improves sleep, and supports leg strength? This is what I recommend to most of my clients over 60. A simple magnesium drink. Here's the recipe. 1 cup of warm water, half a teaspoon of magnesium glycinate powder, or a magnesium supplement that dissolves in water. Optional, a squeeze of lemon or a splash of calming tea. Magnesium helps relax the muscles. It calms the nerves. It supports healthy blood pressure and eases leg cramps at night, without the sodium and without the acid disruption. It's one of the most common deficiencies in older adults, and it's incredibly easy to fix. Even better, add one tiny habit. Stretch your calves and thighs for 60 seconds before bed. That simple move increases circulation, reduces tension, and prepares your body for deeper sleep. So let's bring it all together. Is drinking baking soda water at night good or bad? It depends on your body, your health, your habits. Used occasionally in small doses for the right reasons, it might help with reflux or muscle fatigue. But used too often or without caution, it can quietly raise your blood pressure, stress your kidneys, and interfere with the very things you're trying to protect, like mobility, sleep, and heart health. That's why I believe knowledge, not just quick tricks, is what keeps us strong as we age. So if you've ever tried baking soda water, or plan to after this video, I'd love to hear how it affected you. Share your story in the comments. Your experience might help someone else. And if you found this helpful, please tap the like button. It tells YouTube to show it to more people who need it. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more safe, senior-focused health advice backed by science. And always with your independence in mind. Because you deserve more than vague tips. You deserve a body that moves with ease, legs that carry you where you want to go, and restful nights that leave you energized in the morning. And here's your bonus insight for sticking with me. Studies now show that a simple 5-minute walk after dinner, just 5 minutes, can reduce blood sugar, ease digestion, and lower nighttime acid better than any antacid. That's powerful, and it's free. So tonight, skip the soda, go for a short stroll, stretch your calves, sip something calming, And give your body what it's really asking for. Not just a quick fix, but real support. You've got this.